Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good morning to Dr. Zamira. First, before I start my presentation for the project assignment, I would like to thank to Dr. Because of teaching me, and I'm really happy and appreciate for studying multivariate analysis. I hope I will apply my study to the work. Okay, I choose my project is one-way ANOVA. For introduction, ANOVA measure two sources of variation in the data and compare their relative size. ANOVA has one dependent variable and one or more independent variables. While MANOVA, it is an extension with ANOVA, and MANOVA can apply to two or more dependent variables. These dependent variables need to be measured as the interval or ratio level of measurement. What is the difference between MANOVA and ANOVA? MANOVA has two or more dependent variables, as compared to ANOVA has only one dependent variable. So there is two types of MANOVA, one-way MANOVA and two-way or n-way MANOVA. One-way MANOVA used to compare the differences in two or more dependent numerical variables at a time across one categorical independent variables. Two-way or n-way MANOVA used to compare the differences in two or more dependent numerical variables at a time across two-way or more n-way categorical independent variables. Assumption for MANOVA, first, two or more dependent variables measured at the interval or ratio scale. Second, independent variable should consist of two or more categories or independent group. Third, dependence of observation. Fourth, adequate sample size. Fifth, no outliers. Sixth, there should be multivariate normality of dependent variable. So we can test Shapiro-Wilk, and p-value must be greater than 0.05. So number seven, linear relationship between each pair of dependent variable for each group of independent variable. 8, homogeneity of variance covariance matrix. And last one, there should be no multicollinearity, dependent variable to be moderately correlated with each other. This one is MANOVA table for comparing factors and their interaction. So we can find SS treatment, SS residual, and SS total. And we can find degree of freedom G-1. G is equal to the how many group of research of study, and we minus by 1. And degree of freedom for residual, NL minus G, degree of freedom for total, NL minus 1. So this one is my problem statement. My director asked me to examine the effectiveness of emergency services for COVID-19 was performed. She want to know whether there were differences between age group from hospital Kuala Lumpur. Of interest was variation among vaccine Pfizer and variation among vaccine Sinovac. 3 different age group, 0 to 14 years, 15 to 64 years, and 65 and above, were chosen from each of 2 randomly selected. Name the appropriate testing hypothesis for this problem. Perform the test that have your name. The data is given below. There is 3 types of population, 3 types of age group, 0 to 14 years, 15 to 64 years, and 65 years and above. So the higher one is vaccine Pfizer, and the lower one is vaccine Sinovac. Independent variables, the number of people taken vaccines Pfizer and vaccine Sinovac from the hospitals. Dependent variable age group equal to 1 is 0.0 to 14 years. 2 denotes by 15 to 64 years, and 3 denotes 65 years and above. Objective of this study to study the age group of population and number of people taken vaccine Pfizer and vaccine Sinovac from hospital. Second one, to study the effect of age group of population on people taken vaccine Pfizer and vaccine Sinovac. Solution from this study is one, we have one dependent variable, two independent variables, and one factor to analyze. So we use one-way MANOVA testing. So for H0, there is no statistically difference between two doses taken among the three ages group. H1, there is statistically different between two doses taken among three ages group. So for X1, we calculate X bar 1, average, the mean of X bar 1 is 43, 41, and 51. So we calculate mean for 15 to 64 years is 33 and 31. So for third population is 65 years and above, we calculate mean, we got 51 and 35. We also calculate the mean for the whole population, and we got 39 and 39. SS, we calculate SS treatment, and we find from MANOVA table. SS treatment we denote by B, and we summation of NL multiplied by differences between XL bar minus X bar. XL bar is denotes by mean for the group, minus X bar is mean for the whole group, multiplied by XL bar minus X bar transpose, and we got SS treatment. SS treatment we calculate, and we got 224, 352, 352, and 896. And we calculate also SS residual. And SS residual we got from MANOVA table also. And we denote by W, and summation XLJ minus XL bar we got from mean from the group, and multiply by XLJ minus XL bar transpose, we got SS residual. And SS residual 288, 88, 88, and 940. And we also got SS total from the summation from treatment and residual 892, 376, 376, 1564. Degree of freedom 2, 6, and 8. The ratio for determinant from W divided by B plus W, determinant for B plus W, we got 0.056. We use this formula because of N is small size, and we got 8.06. We also can calculate by using R instead of using manual, and we also got the same answer. And last one, F distribution having V1 equal to 4 and V2 equal to 10 degree of freedom. Since 8.06 is greater than 3.48, we reject H0 at the alpha equal to 0.05 level, and conclude that average vaccine Pfizer and vaccine Sinovac for the use emergency services for COVID-19 among the age group 0 to 14 years, 15 to 64 years, and 65 years and above are different. It means there is significant difference between age group when jointly on the variable vaccine, which is Pfizer and Sinovac. Thus, the vaccine can be proceeded to the age group. Thank you.